where did I start? What gave me the narrative to decide to start trading after basically taking a month break? Like, it's been from January 27 was my last day. I had a really good month in January, got some big payouts. But February, I literally probably took like 2 trades, and both of those trades were terrible. I didn't understand where the market was going, and I didn't even want to trade. I just like literally disconnected, tossed out the idea that I was a trader somewhere in the back of my mind, and I completely forgot about everything. Not the sense that I actually forgot about like my strategy. I just didn't want to trade. I didn't want to be in the charts because I didn't like what I saw. But what gave me the narrative to start trading again? What I was going to show you is this date, right? January 27 was the last time I sent out a message before February 25th, where I just said, like, we're back and we're going to do some stuff for the free community. And just March 5th, yesterday, I actually started trading for real after coming back. So what gave me the confidence to come back? And that just goes into the daily time frame. Some stuff that I actually started seeing. Remember, we got a big move of sell side recently on gold. And when that happens, we typically return to an inefficiency. We return to something that we can use on both sides, right? We come down into a bullish confluence, and now that we're down here, we have some targets up here that we can use again. And that's when ICT shines, because you basically have 2 sides of liquidity. You can run from one side, target the other. And that's what I was looking for to do yesterday when I realized that we have closed above this fair value gap, and there was also the IFG down there. So at the same time that I saw this bullish Reaper, like we came down below it, came back above and closed above it. Oh, my face cam is too big. At the same time that I saw this, I also looked at the futures chart and realized that it didn't even exist at all. So this fair value gap didn't even exist. But what did exist is this IFG down there on both charts, right? We have the futures one and the Forex one. There it is, the Forex one, which has both of those. So what I was thinking is I'm just going to ignore this fair value gap, pretend like it's not there for now, and target the liquidity that was left right here and the IFG below. And just this morning, or technically from yesterday, I was looking at it and I said we can use this as a draw on liquidity because we left some liquidity there. While I was skeptical about the bullish Reaper that was on the Forex chart only. And I said we are consolidating, but I'm still looking for something. And then I saw on the 30-minute time frame we got some volatility. We got a IFG, and upon this IFG, I started looking for a trade. I also considered that it was NFP, and I didn't want to take any risky trades. It finally returned back to the IFG, and I was like, okay. So we do have 2 sides of the daily time frame, and we're back inside of the IFG. So I was like pretty confident going into a little trade just to get back into the rhythm. This is my Asia session breaker model, and this is exactly what I looked for. And when I got into this trade, it started consolidating a little bit. We got a nice little move, and I was like, okay, this is nice. We're going to start returning. But you can see that from 9:46 p.m. up until 11, I didn't do anything because the market didn't do anything either. I can hop into the charts right now, 30-minute time frame. Let's go back to London session from Asia, and I got about a good amount of nothing, right? Like this, we closed below it, we came back into it, and it was really just kind of ranging. It didn't do anything. So what I did is I just stepped away from the charts, and I'm really good at doing this. I'm really good at literally saying, okay, I got into my position, I have these targets, I'm targeting the IFG below, but the market isn't giving me what I want on the 30-minute time frame. It's not running away from the IFG. I'm just going to go do something else with my life. I went to the climbing gym last night, I hung out with some friends, and I took a step away. But I came back during London session because the market didn't move yet. And if it didn't move in Asia session, then it's likely going to move in the next session or maybe New York session. Nonetheless, I was still looking for the same stuff. And when I did that, there you go. It's a London session. My final confirmation was waiting for that 30-minute candle to close, and there you go. We got it. So I was talking about this one right here and still in this one. But at 11, I said it's London session. We have in the middle of the IFG, and I ended up placing my trades. I said, bang, let's see how far it runs, because it actually started running right away inside of London session. And I honestly just went straight to bed from there. I woke up somewhere around 6 a.m. New York session, and my positions were at 2901, which was just about when it stopped. And why I closed my position is because we finally hit that target that we were looking for. If I go to the daily time frame, you can see on the Forex chart, we were aiming for this, right? 2901. Oh wow, I actually closed it pretty early because I closed it up here. Unless my trade locker chart is a little different. I remember I closed it when it was down here. Why I closed it right here was because on the future chart, we did actually run into it. And so you cannot be deceived by the Forex chart. You have to consider both, because we did end up running into it, and I decided to close both of my positions right here at this profit target. And when we tapped into it, I literally, like while I was half asleep, I placed a position, went back to bed, woke up, and it was running up from this IFEG. And that's exactly what my narrative was, is the fact that we were looking for like a little bit of sell side because we missed the IFEG previously. And when we miss an IFEG, we leave liquidity right here. We also left some clear liquidity on the Forex chart, right? We left that clear liquidity and we swept it there. And I'm really glad that I didn't limit myself simply to this Forex chart because it didn't even end up hitting that target. But I got into a really good trade. Yeah, see, I didn't get out prematurely because my entry was at 2896. So I also closed my trade somewhere around there as well. And then I just flipped it around. I said, I'm going to place a swing trade with a big stop loss because I wanted to sleep. I didn't want to monitor the trade just in case the wick actually came down a little bit lower before pulling up, you know. So I just wanted to get into the trade, not worry about it, go back to sleep. And I ended up waking up with a nice, another 100 pips basically. So 2896 to 297, it's like 210 pips. So really good trade that I got there. And now I'm back to looking at this bullish Reaper because the pullback was really crazy. The pullback was nice and we ended up pulling all the way back into this. And now that we're inside of a new daily candle, I'm basically looking for this candle. If this does respect the Reaper, then inside of the lower time frame, like on the 1 hour, for example, I'm going to get some sort of confirmation towards the buy side that I can use. If I don't, then maybe this concept isn't going to be respected, this Reaper. It's not going to be respected as a bullish confluence, and we might just end up running lower on sell side. If, on the other hand, it does, because it doesn't show up on the future chart, so it might not even get referenced at all. If it does, then I'll wait for my confirmation, and I'll actually take some buys towards the maybe all-time highs again. This was indeed the first time that we ended up running from a weekly fair value gap in a while. So that's the overarching bias of why we still are confident in buys. Because we haven't run from a weekly in a while, and the last time we did, look at this banger. Last time we did, we got a huge bullish move from there. And then we also got that on futures where we tapped into the IFEG right here, the weekly one. After we closed it above it, we tapped back in it and we ran. So if you were looking for that same exact setup to happen on the Forex chart, you wouldn't have got it because look, and this actually threw me off that week because I was like, we didn't hit it yet. I'm going to keep selling. And it didn't hit to it. And that frustrated me a little bit, but then I realized, oh, I was just being a little idiot because it did show up on the future chart. And I've seen it happen so many times where the future chart actually runs into it, the Forex doesn't. And I just need to have more confidence in this future chart because it seems to be the thing that the market is respecting. So this is Friday already, and sometimes there's TGIF on Friday. We're going to see where we go with this daily candle. Are we going to respect the Forex chart bullish Reaper right here and pull up higher for Asia session? Or are we just going to melt off and am I going to get stopped out because I'm still holding this position right here at break even? I need 2 more thousand, so this is my TP at another 200 pips. And that's where I would get out if it does end up running on buy side. Then we ended up taking another trade this morning, which was a little scalp that I took on my futures account where we got a 15-minute IFEG. I was still looking for buy side. We tapped into the IFEG during a macro. Since this is a macro, I'm looking for long, 1250 to 110. And we ended up pulling back up. The 15-minute candle closed, and inside of the next few candles, we ended up running on buy side, created 2 IFEGs with this 5-minute close, and ran a little bit higher on buy side. I closed one of my positions, so I secured about 600, like 550, and the last position got stopped out just because we ran towards sell side. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this little recap that I had, and I hope you learned from it. I'll see you guys in the next video. I can do a lot more of these if you just tell me. Just tell me what you want to see from me. I have time. I have time on my hands, and I enjoy doing this. So let me know. I'll see you guys. I'll catch you guys around.